a glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
I never want to make compromises when I play. I need every FPS I can take to perform at my peak. For myself, for my team, as well as for my viewers. Streaming always used to present me with a choice, either FPS or stream quality. I no longer have to make that decision thanks to AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors. Now my viewers get to see my gameplay smoothly. Ever since joining the team in 2018, AMD's partnership with Fnatic has given us the latest computer tech to help our performance. 3rd generation Ryzen is now the pinnacle of multi-threaded processor performance, and it's a big step up from everything else I've used before. AMD have listened to our feedback to make sure they make the best products possible so that we can simultaneously play as well as stream at the best setting. That's why I use AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger series, powered by JBL Quantum Gaming headsets and AMD. My name is Apollonia. I'll be your host and caster today, and joining me, you already know, it is Rex Dreams, caster and analyst. How are you feeling today? I think I might have lagged out or got a few technical difficulties here, but not to worry. So the game that is coming up is Peaky Blinders versus TSF Gaming. We'll be back very shortly and try to find a fix for this.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth.
All right, guys, it seems that my co-caster will be back in just a little bit. And let's just head into the map veto. So the maps that have been selected, you can see here. For map 1, it is Ascent. Map 2, it is Split. And map 3 is Haven. So this is going to be spicy because Peaky Blinders versus TSF Gaming, they've had good moments and they've had not so great ones as well. So for this first map on Ascent, we will see how both these teams fare, and I believe that we can move into the match now. And there it is. Here is the countdown. TSF Gaming will start on the side of defense and Peaky Blinders on the side of attack. Now, compositions. Seems that there isn't the Sage on the side of... Oh, there is. So there is the Sage on both teams. You know, they're opting for their utility. We have seen some teams run compositions without the Sage. They weren't really going to rely on their heal. They had a whole different kind of strategy, worked around combos. So we can understand where that is coming from. Now, Ascent was picked by Peaky Blinders. This is their map pick. So a little bit of expectation there for Peaky Blinders to excel here.
Careful now.
Clay. Gonna toss that Molotov. Be sure no one is gonna catch him off guard. The barrier has been put up by TSF. on the A side. Is this the right choice? The attackers, they are going to raise themselves, and they did not expect that at all. Peaky blinders, however, TSF Gaming takes them out one by one. They were quick to adjust. Last man standing is the Omen, and that is Sam. He's here on site. I don't think they have a clue. Sorry, last man is Oblongetta. And they have a clue. You're guessing because they are coming through this entry point here. Oblongetta, he is going to force the issue. The spike has been dropped, but he might just be mowed down here. Sam picks up the kill. First round over to TSF Gaming. I like the idea that Peaky Blinders had where they saw the barrier and decided to use their own to raise themselves up. They did get one pick off, but they couldn't readjust and get more kills. And there you see Slots just comes in, Veerbhadra and Sam finds one each, and it was cleanup time. So the spike was also placed in a tough spot. Oblongetta didn't try for a plant. It was a tough situation 1v4. We're not going to expect too much here. And guys, just to let you know, my co-caster is having some technical difficulties, but he will be back sooner or later. So it's just me, Apollonia here, and let's get this going. Now, this is the lower brackets. So both these teams, they have lost once before. And this is basically do or die. It's a best of 3. They have 3 maps they can work with. But once they're out for good. And remember, Series 2 is open for registration. So you can join that as well. Links are in the description. And here we have Aran. Just gonna hover. I want to wait for the expiration of this icy block. Now the attackers are moving through mid. Going for that infiltrate. It is an eco round for Peaky Blinders. Friction picks out Aran. Ready. And Slots. Veerbhadra though gets the double up here. And Slots with the last kill. As expected, TSF Gaming, they do get a 2-round lead. And that's going to put them in a very good hit space, I would say.
Well, looks like it's time for a special guest appearance, guys. Yeah, I'll be stepping in from production duties today for casting since my co-caster there, Malav, he has disconnected unfortunately, but we have a really interesting game coming up, and these guys, oh my god, the first 2 aggressive pushes itself tell us how, you know, they're in it and they really want blood going straight up into this game.
Now we have Slots here. Quick look at the scoreboard. Let's see what everyone has. This is the full buy. 2 Bulldogs, a couple of Spectres for TSF Gaming. They aren't going to full invest since they did win the second round. So technically, on paper, Peaky Blinders, they do have the upper hand here. Now Clay picks up the orb. Run it back has proved to be a very valuable skill here in this one. You see many pickoffs. And most famously, Velocity Gaming, they're great with the Phoenix pick. And let's see if Peaky Blinders are just as good. The attackers are going to break the barrier here. They do have the space to enter, but it looks like it's going to be a rotate. And good choice. Sam spots the Phoenix, but Clay takes him out instead. Peaky Blinders find themselves with the upper hand once. Since the start, Friction takes out Frag Thief. Yankee is going to move aggressively on A shot, finds the pick up on Oblongetta. Spots another. 2v0. Now, Peaky Blinders back in a tough spot. Aran though. Just here for the kill. And there it is. Aran was quick to take out Veerbhadra. 3v2 situation. Now Yankee is going to flank from the back. And Slots takes out Clay. Last man standing is going to be Aran. It's a 1v3. No time to plant. And it doesn't look likely that he will survive this, as Slots does take him out.
Okay, so we see the side of, you know, we see the side of Peaky Blinders actually giving it a shot. It is their map pick. You would reckon they'll be quite comfortable on it, but even after their best sort of efforts and their best sort of tries, they are failing they're making silly mistakes, if I must. It's not like they're downright failing. Their strategy this time around to take it slow, get some
They
pick
want
offs
to die.
was kind of working,
Let
but
them.
then the mistake in mid kind of costed them the game.
Yeah, well said, Obi. So with everyone who is unfamiliar with that voice, that is Obi stepping in for Rex streams. Internet is a tough thing here. Now Aran, the sheriff, finds the pick up on the slots. 4v3. Heal is popped on him. Get back to 100 health, but Veerbhadra on this AWP. Second shot doesn't quite connect. 20 HP. It's a 4v2 situation. And backup's on its way. Veerbadra's gonna hold this spot. Last man standing, and he picks him off. Now TSF Gaming came into this map really strong, and it is Peaky Blinders map pick.
Yeah, but Ascent is like one of those maps where we see operators usually pop off, because it is one of those maps where, you know, it's quite defense favored. You have long angles, you have long corridors, where the operator just comes up for a huge advantage. Veerbhadra, as you can see right there, he was just able to close this round quickly. It was a full eco round coming in, and with that they have gone into the loser bonus, if you must.
Indeed. Now Clay finds the first pick up onto slots, has to run it back. He's safe from that shot. And Veerbhadra. We have seen TSF Gaming on Ascent. And I do quite remember Veerbhadra just taking over B. Defense there for him is great. And Peaky Blinders might be stronger on the opposing side. Now on the side of attack, you might want to just rake up some rounds, just to ensure that you have a fighting chance in the second half. Now here's the successful infiltration onto A side. One member down on each end. Now the attackers, they got the plant off. Recon mode. Couldn't quite spot anybody here. Friction with the spray. And Vianki finds Clay. 4v3. The attackers have to defend this one, but Vianki comes in with the triple. Friction with the double. All them this round. And it's going to be a safe defuse for TSF Gaming. 5-0, and Peaky Blinders have not found their footing at all yet.
And this time around, it looks like they've just caught Peaky Blinders off guard on a map pick. Peaky Blinders, they thought, you know, they could have an advantage over in Haven, but these guys had a completely different plan coming in. And 5-0, max loss streak bonus kicking in. So with that, you can see full buys coming in from the side of Peaky Blinders, but it's so comfortable on the side of TSF. They're so much ahead. You can see operators with 4,600 creds. I mean, it's gonna take them a long time to be able to come out of that trouble.
Nowhere to run!
Indeed, Peaky Blinders. You know, they did pick this map. Thought that they'd be most confident on it, despite the side that they released. Slots, double kill here. The invisibility. Clay though finds one. Here's the gun battle, 70 HP left. Both of them not full HP. Takes out the trap wire, but Slots does manage to get the third kill. Pops the Emperor, 72 HP. Now will he get the ace? Is the question. He does have 3 of his buddies left. Peaky Blinders, their attack set strategy doesn't seem to be working as of yet. Might have to go back to the drawing board. Friction takes out Oblongetta. Last man did get the spike planted, and that is Zulu. Safe defuse. TSF Gaming, good momentum running. They are riding on it. And Peaky Blinders, if they do want to take this first map, or at least have a fighting chance, they should start winning rounds right about now. And at least try to get the board to, you know, an equal 6-6.
There.
Yeah, that's right, Apollonia. 6-0, even with max loss streak, is not going to help you much. Especially when you keep getting caught out like that. I mean, this mid push was pretty decent, but why is Clay the one being behind and the other guy pushing up ahead? He got caught out. Clay was in a very weird spot. Got taken down pretty quickly, and it was just a downhill battle from there.
Indeed. You know, they did pick Phoenix as their duelist, so would think that he would be sort of like the entry fragger. He does have the flash, it's readily available. That's his curveball. And Silver, he's an initiator. Sam gets the spray off of Clay. Enough friction, raises himself just from the snowball. But oh, Aaron sneaks through, and Sam just catches him by his foot. Vibadra, shot connects. Feeling mighty confident there. Rook gets a turn kill. Now Sam, just spraying with all his might. Again, it's a 4v2 situation. Peaky Blinders are struggling to just infiltrate this defense. And when they do, and they manage to get the plant off, TSF Gaming are just so quick to recover from that. And Peaky Blinders not being able to get around for themselves is going to hurt, even if they do fare better in defense. And that's just the name of the game. Now Slots takes out Frag Thief, and Sam with the third kill onto Oblongata. 7 rounds strong is TSF Gaming. Now guys, do let us know which team you are supporting in chat.
7-0 Storm. Is this even a quarterfinals game? I mean, looks like Peaky Blinders, they haven't been able to catch up on their momentum this time around. They need to be like, okay guys, let's take a 5-minute break after this game, reset our mental, come better for the second half, because things are not going to work out if they continue playing like this. They're really far behind. They really need a switch up in strategy coming in.
Indeed.
Revealing area.
Now, this time the defenders are the ones attacking. It's like from back to front, and we see 3 angry members of TSF coming down A. They did get the pick off on Frag Thief, but this opens up the map here. Sam pops the ulti, and Vibadra gets a pick off Aran. And is this going to be clip number 2? Not quite. But TSF Gaming, they do take out a considerable amount of members, 3v2. Now, Oblongata and Zuno, they are on site. They got the spike planted. A 2v3 situation. If they could just come back from this, they wouldn't have to eco, considering that's what they did the last round. They are low on funds, and the economy is a struggle to get the heat signature of Zuno. 1-for-1 trade, 1v2 situation. Oblongata will step up to the plate when it's most needed. Takes up Yankee, 1v1, 19 HP. Not a good time. And Friction finishes it off. Just gonna help his team there keep a clean record.
Man, there was some good effort coming in from Oblongata. He tried it. I mean, it was an eco round in all fairness, but 8-0, oof, that is something which would affect mental. Really good people, and I don't know how Peaky Blinders is gonna fight back from it. This match looked really close coming into it. I mean, on paper, both teams are absolutely brilliant, but today Peaky is being a little short. I think it's not their day.
Indeed, and we've never seen Peaky Blinders struggle this much. And honestly, going into this matchup, I couldn't tell who had the upper hand. I felt that the way that they played and how we observed it, they were going to be pretty on par. But Ascent seems to be setting that divide. Now, never say never. A comeback is always possible, but as of now, it's not very bright. And Clay pops the right back, doesn't quite get the pick off on that Sova there. Now, he does have all his abilities up. Toss in that hot hand. And check.
Going up.
But he's gonna raise the firewall instead. I want to back off there. Probably just creating noise to get attention of TSF Gaming here. And that is exactly what he's doing. As Peaky Blinders make it on A side. With 45 seconds left to spare. Spike is planted. Sam takes out Clay. It's a 4v5. It's always a one-man down situation for them. It all depends if they can get multiple pickups. All they need is one player to get multiple pickoffs like how TSF Gaming has successfully done round after round. 1-for-1 trade. Not quite. Last man standing. And Sam picks off Aran. That's gonna be 9-0. Ooh, this looks tough for Peaky Blinders. And TSF Gaming, you can see they're so animated, they're jumping around. It feels like they're not even breaking a sweat. And of course, their spirits must be feeling high because it wasn't their map pick. Or maybe it was an option that they were secretly very good at.
And it's really like a go next at this point from the side of Peaky Blinders. This by far was their best, siege coming in. They did manage to get in a plant. They did manage to hold it off for quite some time. Unfortunately, not enough, as TSF Gaming is absolutely ransacking competition.
Shadows traveling.
Now 9-2 Clay, he loves his garage, but Zuno is going to take out Veerbhadra.
I know
Missing that
exactly
shot.
where you are.
And this time, that's when Veerbhadra actually stepped out of the B side and went over into the garage. And that's going to be a little bit painful. Now, Oblongeta finds the kill on slots. This is the first time Peaky Blinders have the advantage of TSF Gaming. 2-man down. Now it's 3. Friction does fine. Oblongeta 4v2. And this should be Peaky Blinders' first round pick, considering that they do get the spike part now. And they take home the situation. Sam and Friction, one goes down. Last man standing is Sam. Now,
Blinding.
I'm gonna go in calculated. This is not exactly gonna hurt TSF Gaming. They have a lot of economy. Sam just waiting, and Clay gets a headshot on Sam. First round for Peaky Blinders. Are they gonna return with a number of rounds just winning consecutively? Or do you think it's gonna be a bit dim for them?
That goes there.
Okay, let me be really honest. If they want to make a comeback in this game, it's going to be it has to be very methodic. It's going to be extremely slow, and it's going to be extremely painful, because the margin of error is close to none. 9-1 is the scoreline. They need 4 rounds, and you need about 12 rounds. So it's just a David and Goliath battle coming in.
Indeed. And now, second half for Swap. Peaky Blinders, if they could pick up 3 rounds, it would just make it a lot more manageable if they were to come back on the side of the fence. So it's a now or never situation for map 1 at least. You don't want to leave it to the next maps, the kind of chance. The TSF Gaming,
Nowhere to run.
they're feeling good. Friction has definitely stepped up. Taken kills every single round, had multi-kills, always there when needed. And that's the kind of support that you... Now Vianki, moving into window, to the beautiful garden. Not going to spot anyone there, as Peaky Blinders are planning to move B main. Now Reyna doesn't quite have any defensive abilities, but she's a kill agent. But Veerbhadra with the double, triple, and it's not gonna be a 4th. Well played though. And Zuno gets the double, ultimately taken out by slots. But Veerbhadra getting the multi-kills on the op, that's just his thing now. It's not the first time, and definitely carrying some of the weight on the side of the team. Well played on the side of defense.
And Veerbhadra on that operator is an absolute monster. Last time around, we saw him just take out clips after clips after clips, just pop heads. And this time around, as you can see, like 3k coming in, wasn't able to secure the last kill, but really impressive.
Indeed. Still, getting 3 kills on the op in a span of less than 5 seconds is always impressive. Now Sam, with this really aggressive push, gets 2 kills.
You will not
But it's a
kill my
3v3
allies.
situation. But Zuno He begs to differ as he pops the resurrection. 10-1. Peaky Blinders. This is the last round before the swap. So the attackers do look like they are in a good position to win this one. But TSF is just doing a great job on the side of defense. Now that's Slots taking down
Joke's
one.
over! You're dead!
Negating that resurrection. Yucky. He gets 2 pickoffs, but the running back is going to save the Phoenix. But never mind that. TSF Gaming. They end the first half 11-1. Without breaking a sweat, they've had most of their members alive. This was actually quite shocking because I thought Peaky Blinders was going to definitely be a lot more close, especially in this first map.
There is nothing close about this map coming in Apollonia. I mean, just look at that. The initial push Sam did, he didn't get punished for it. He managed to pick up 2 kills right there. And that's the thing, when you're not punishing people for making cocky plays, there's a problem. 11-1 is the behemoth of a scoreline. I don't know how they're going to fight back, but it's a huge uphill battle coming in.
They could be off to a rocky start, you know. Maybe this map one quite... They haven't quite figured out. But it's almost like, you know, most teams, they do understand the trends of their opponents and they try to counter that. And as for Peaky Blinders, it's pretty hard. We do see some strategy where, you know, Clay was making a lot of noise in B. And Peaky Blinders went for the plant in A. I just wish that they did that a little bit more. Now, the side swap, it is the pistol round. And TSF Gaming will be on the side of attack. And let's just see if they are as strong as they were in defense. Peaky Blinders, they have so much work to do. They basically can't even drop around to stay in this one. Now, Zuno raised himself. They're on A. Could be coming to attack with anyone, but Sam does find a kill on him from a tree. TSF Gaming. They're playing this so slow. Created that noise at A shot, and now they're rotating over to B. Slots finds the kill on Aran, and they're going to get a successful plant here on the B side. With all 5 members still alive, 3 members down on the side of Peaky Blinders. And I think it's actually a skill mismatch here. We haven't seen as much of the stomping like this since the earlier rounds of the tournament. Maybe TSF Gaming actually, you know, did massive changes to the structure of their team because I've never seen them this dominant before. And they have been up against some pretty good teams.
And you could see that there, you know, Clay, he chose to not go in and take the trade where one of his teammates died. He should have just flashed and went in for the trade. He's scared at this point, and that is never a good sign coming in. The nerves are setting in and the competition is really taking a turn of them.
Alright, 12-1. It's a do-or-die situation. And just one more round for TSF Gaming.
Cover going out.
Long getter. The pick off of the slots. 68 HP. He's still gonna push low, however. And Fiction is gonna take him out. 4v4. Frankie. Now this is... It wasn't exactly a full buy for the side of Peaky Blinders.
Rest.
Now Fiction is gonna take out Frag Thief there. TSF Gaming coming in strong. This actually could be the last round. As Sam finds Zuno. 4v2. And Friction doesn't get the tag on Clay. Now all Clay has is a pistol. Bianchi just moves in with the Bulldog, takes him out. Last man standing is Aran and a Sheriff. And the final kill will be done by Bianchi. 13-1. This was Peaky Blinders map pick, but TSF Gaming, they claimed the first win for themselves. And that was great. Definitely they came into this game really strong. They came here knowing what they wanted to do, didn't miss a beat, and they seemed very coordinated for majority of the time that they were in defense. Now, here is Slots. He's at the top of the scoreboard with a 311 average combat score. KDA 17 kills, But Sam isn't that far behind. And if you were to look at Friction, you were to look at Veerbhadra and Vianki, everyone pulled their weight on the side of TSF as compared to Peaky Blinders. It was, I think, it feels so much like a skill mismatch. And I do hope that the second map, it's going to be a lot closer. One, it's for a spicy game. And two, because this is not the Peaky Blinders that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, and with that, let's take a quick look at AMD relive the moment, the highlights of this game. Oh man, this didn't seem like a close game at all. It just felt like today, Peaky Blinder felt like a different team. I've seen Peaky Blinder play some really brilliant Valorant, and today is just not their day. Like, this game was just not their game, maybe. They were making mistakes I haven't seen them make before. It's not like they're a bad team, but today they played really bad. And on the other side, TSF Gaming, the loss in the winner bracket, I think it lit a fire underneath them. They had a redemption, they had a clear aim, they had a real clear goal coming into this game. They knew their strategy, they were executing it down to the T with absolute perfection, never making stupid mistakes. They got cocky really late into the game when they saw, oh, the score line is too big. It's already a storm going in. And even while getting cocky, they weren't being punished. So Peaky Blinders, they have a lot of work to do. They have a lot of re-strategizing to do coming in for the next half. Because if they continue like this, I don't think there is a reality or there's a chance where Peaky Blinders will beat TSF Gaming. They just look so dominant and just look like so good on paper, especially slots today. Oh my God, this guy's been popping off his leer every time he pushes in. He just manages to pick up kills and kills and kills. Sammy again, if you remember that round on A main where he just shadow stepped inside 4 people and killed 2 people.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is absolutely crazy, and not being punished on all of that, that's really sad.
Indeed. And guys, remember, this is a best of 3. So we do have the second map coming up. Now, before we prep for that and bring it up, remember, this is the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series powered by JBL Quantum Gaming headsets and AMD. Series 2 is open for registration. It is live. Link is in the description. And if you want to treat yourself to some gear, remember to check out all the shopping links. We have 10% off JBL Quantum Gaming headsets. Both myself and Rex Dreams are wearing on stream. You will get to see that later because Rex will definitely be back. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, grab a snack. It's pretty late. Chill out, watch some highlights, and we'll be back very short.
numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
I never want to make compromises when I play. I need every FPS I can take to perform at my peak. For myself, for my team, as well as for my viewers. Streaming always used to present me with a choice, either FPS or stream quality. I no longer have to make that decision thanks to AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors. Now my viewers get to see my gameplay smoothly. Ever since joining the team in 2018, AMD's partnership with Fnatic has given us the latest computer tech to help our performance. 3rd generation Ryzen is now the pinnacle of multi-threaded processor performance, and it's a big step up from everything else I've used before. AMD have listened to our feedback to make sure they make the best products possible so that we can simultaneously play as well as stream at the best setting. That's why I use AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger series, powered by JBL Quantum Gaming headsets and AMD. I'm sure everyone is happy to see Rex Dreams back. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Last time was very unfortunate because just as we went on Caster Cam, my internet died out. But I'm back for the second map. That could potentially be the last map coming up into the series. And it's now up to Peaky Blinders to pull this one back. Reminder that this is indeed the lower bracket. So if we see Peaky Blinders losing, they will end their run in the TEC Challenger Series 1. But we do have Series 2 coming up. So now let's take a quick look at the second map that's coming up. That is going to be Split. TSF Gaming, who have chosen to pick Split, are no strangers to Split. We saw them play Split earlier against Atmosphere, where they did go down 13-9, but this was their own pick. So there is obviously a reason why they have chosen this maps, and it will be interesting to see what different they can do compared to what they did against Atmosphere, who beat them 13-9. Starting on Split, TSF Gaming will be attacking, and Peaky Blinders will get to begin their half on the series side.
All right, and Split second map, it is TSF Gaming's pick. Now, Peaky Blinders, they did lose with a massive difference. The first map, it was 13-1. We did not expect that from Peaky Blinders, especially the fact that they did pick Ascent. Now, for Split, TSF Gaming picked it. Just right off the bat, the expectation is going to be that TSF Gaming will take this second map. So, Peaky Blinders, they do have to work a lot to come back and have a chance in map 3 for the win. Now, TSF Gaming here, starting off in attack and split, generally it's a very defense-favored map, but we have seen teams just completely excel on the side of attack. So I can't wait for this match to start, Rex. I just want to see what both these teams will do, if strategy is present, and if we can see communication between both the sides.
Taking a look at the agent compositions coming up from TSF Gaming, this is the exact agent composition that they played against Atmosphere. There's no changes in that. We'll talk about that a bit later, as we see Clay is already started taking the fight and does get taken down to 88 HP. The attackers are looking to go towards the B side given how the spike has been positioned. Spike does get picked up, but there is indeed a fake coming in from the Sage and the Omen, who are still lurking towards the A side. The spike has made its way deep inside B main, where the first line of fire will be ARXNS, if I'm not wrong, who will be playing the Cypher for Peaky Blinders. And it looks like they are looking to sell how the fake coming in, because the Omens, there come the Omen smokes that towards CT and towards the screens and the heaven position, and they have rushed in. This is baiting out the rotation from them completely. The Cyphers abandon the site. He's the lone man down. Fractive does go down in the process. Ooh, but look at this. There comes the burst onto the B side. ARNXS is not too far away. Does get the rotation back onto side. Will be forced to leave it. Now it's going to be a 4-on-5 retake situation as TSF Gaming get the spike down. Slots with his paint shell looking to see if we can keep aggressing there. He does spot on the first member. Does get team flashed, if I'm not wrong. Will not be able to connect a kill onto him. Gets one onto ARNXS just as I say that. Still holding aggressively towards the city's position, just as that Clay gets the kill after the breach. They've jumped onto site. They're going to use the Omen smoke to cut off the city position. Slots gets one, Slots gets 3 in this round. Banky gets one, LeBlanc get a trades back, and TSF Gaming are able to seal that round. Slots important 3k, and Bianchi coming in with a 2k to save the round.
Now in competitive gaming, it's all about your mental, it's all about how you get into a game and where your headspace is. Now TSF Gaming getting this first round for themselves is definitely might put a damper on the minds of Peaky Blinders unless they are able to compose themselves. And Slots coming in with 3 kills, always stepping up to the plate where it matters for TSF Gaming. Now it's going to be an eco for the defenders. Fractive here with the mini shotgun finds one. And Veerbhadra, 2 kills off the bat. Peaky Blinders, yep, they don't have as superior guns. Now Slot's gonna be pushed back a little bit by the Molotov. The flash does connect. And he backs away safely, but here's the peek again. Finds Clay. That's the double satchel he threw out. Slots takes down Suno. Last man standing is Aaron. And that's a triple for Veerbhadra. Just Slots and Veerbhadra doing what they do.
So the really interesting thing coming out in this map is obviously going to be the breach pick. We don't see breach very often in this tournament, and it makes sense that they've gone with the breach because on any map the flashbangs are or the flashpoints, the flashbangs that do come in are really important. And looking at the rest of the lineup, the only flashbang they do have available to them is the paranoia coming from the Omen. While you only get one of that, you don't, and that's really important, and that can be saved towards the later half of the round. So they are going to use those breach flashes to set up the Rays, who's the entry frag coming in for them into this round, so that it becomes you go into fights with much bigger advantage if your enemy doesn't have vision of where you are. So, and not only that, given how many nooks and corners are there on the map next to it, it does become easier if you have the aftershock that can eliminate out one angle, and that's exactly what we saw Sam doing over there, because he used the aftershock to clear out the heaven's angle. But just as I say that, Friction gets one, but does get tagged down to very low, and just as I say that, Clay is gonna finish him off. He's down to 5 HP as well, but should be able to heal up on the back of the flame ball that he has. But they do have a Sage in the lineup, TSF Gaming, so they will be able to get the breach back to a respectable amount of health points, and that's exactly what's happened. As I've said that, the spike is making its way towards the ace side, and just as I say that, the plant they are taking execute off the ace side.
And 0 is to 2. TSF Gaming, good start. Frag Deep takes out Bianchi. Now this round is the full buy round. 3v2, Peaky Blinders on the side of defense finally find themselves with the upper hand. But we have seen in the first map where, you know, Peaky Blinders outright have the advantage, but they're not able to make the most of it. Hopefully this time it will work out. Now, two members watching heaven, but Suno just turns at the wrong time. Clay, however, does manage to get the revenge kill, and that's a triple for Clay. Now, we have seen Clay perform very dominant throughout the entirety of the tournament. So today, map 1 was a little bit of a shocker, but here, this is the Clay that we are used to seeing. Taking that triple kill, gonna shop for guns. And that is 1 point for Peaky Blinders. Pretty early to tell, but the fact that, you know, the defenders can get at least 1 round is a good sign that this match could go in the direction where it's a little bit more close.
Yeah, definitely. I think Peaky Blinders are going to be really happy with the fact that, you know, they've won the first buy round, and that's going to be a good amount of confidence boost as you come into split, which was TSF Gaming's pick. Clay, you know, on the last map, he wasn't really feeling well, but, you know, was shy on his confidence. I don't know what happened to him, but he's definitely feeling better. Gets a 3K monumental, monumental boost for his teammates to save the round for his team. We are still in a 2v1 situation in scoreline as the attackers have taken complete control of mid this time around, looking to explore their options towards the B side. That's exactly what we see. But the spike has been dropped. The Omen teleport will give out the necessary
Joke's
amount of
over!
information
You're
about
dead!
the lurk we've seen coming out from TSF Gaming constantly towards the mid position. Clay does use his runner back, will get one. Does get sent back after as he loses the gunfight. Fractive gets a kill onto Yankee, who had spotted earlier on his by his ultimate. The flash comes in, it's perfect. Veerbhadra is gonna have to fall off this angle. Friction gets his kill onto Clay, who had made his way towards the left side of ropes. The push towards B-main is something Veerbhadra is looking out for, but we've already seen AR and XS pushed up towards the B-main position. Will not be a threat as of now, but it could be really harmful coming in towards the late rounds. The spike is looking to make its way towards the B side as we see the remaining three members are making their way towards the B side. AR and XS, I like what he does. He pops the cage to see if he is not there, but there he is. Gets one kill. Veerbhadra fast off the trigger with the operator. Down to 47 HP from an earlier gunfight, but will win the fight. The tripwire goes off to reveal where he is. And the Sage on the side, she's going to hold it down. Just as I say that, 9 seconds. Veerbhadra in a 1v3 with the operator, not at the best amount of HP. Looking for players everywhere. Turns around, trash lander, no scope, will not get anything. And he is just a dead man walking. The operator will be recovered by the defenders coming into the next round. That could, you know, help them win the gunfights.
Veerbhadra was caught between a hard place and a rock. They're having to 1v3. But Peaky Blinders, they didn't win the pistol round. And followed by that was the eco round. But now that they do get the full buy, they have won
Let us take the
2 rounds consecutively here on Split. And, you know, this trend of teams winning on their opponent's map picks is still a mystery. But, you know, is Peaky Blinders going to pull this off? Because TSF Gaming definitely did in the first match. Now the second one, Oblongeta gets a kill, but is taken down. 3v3. We see both these teams a little bit more even here. Well, at least for these starting sides. Now Clay throws in the curveball. Gonna connect, not gonna find them. And the rotation from TSF Gaming, it's coming. Aaron takes out Veerbhadra in the process. 3v2. Friction with the AWP. And Raze is just gonna make a detour into mid just to get control of Heaven, I suppose. Friction pushing into Garage. Just gonna look for the right time. The Cypher spy cam is looking out in B. Now Zuno. He has no clue, but he might just come into contact with Slots. Here's the showstopper. Very much ready, and you can see all the members of Peaky Blinders just dispersed as TSF Gaming. Ooh, Zuno takes Slots out. Last man standing is Friction. 1v3 situation. Veerbhadra was put in that spot, but this time it's Friction, and Aaron finishes it off. 3 is to 2. Peaky Blinders with the first lead since we've started the games today. And hopefully they can hold on to it. we'll get a spicy, 3 games in this best of 3. But TSF Gaming, anything can happen with them. They did pull off a very massive performance in map.
Definitely, Peaky Blinders. Not only Peaky Blinders, TSF Gaming did get good amount of trades coming in because they got 2 kills on the deco round, which wasn't a full buy for them. They do lose the showstop as they come into the next round, but that could potentially impact it. Just as I say that, it's fast A hit coming in. That if the smokes come in, they've already taken control of site. Veerbhadra down to 15 HP, does get paranoid. That's not gonna stop him. He pushes right into the side. The stage wall comes in. They assume control of TSF Gaming have taken control of the ace side. Play with the flash, looking to aggressive. Yes, he does that. Does he spot the other player towards the under heaven position? Yes, he does, but he's gonna get taken down by Friction. Just as I say that, Slots is gonna get the kill onto another person. And it's gonna be a 4v2 retake situation for TSF Gaming, who are currently looking to even up the scorelines. Friction gets his 3rd for the round. Sam does definitely hear the gunspot taking place, and he's going to address on the Fracty over there, who does get taken down. A good clean execute coming in from TSF Gaming into this round, so they're definitely going to be happy with how this is panning out in their favor. They did have the Rolling Thunder to themselves, but they choose to not use it. The Rolling Thunder could have, if you can use it well on a site, you can totally phase everyone who's holding the site, and that makes it really easy to execute. Really interesting to see why they chose to not use it. It looks like they are saving it towards the next rounds. So let's see how the next buy round pans out for TSF Gaming.
Sam is known for, taking that breach pick here. And he's really comfortable on that. Not exactly getting the kills that his team needs yet as of now, since it's been a very even matchup. Now Zuno finds the first kill on Slots. Clay as well onto Vyonki. Now that's just 2 members down for TSF Gaming, at least for this round. Oblongeta and Veerbhadra, 1-for-1, Frag Thief gets a return kill, and this is the last man standing is Friction. TSF Gaming struggling here just a little bit. Very back and forth. Now Friction takes out Zuno, 1v3. He is looking to plant. 50 seconds on the clock. He has the time.
And not only the time, he also has his ultimate, which he can use to go towards the B side. And we see that no one's holding towards the B side. They're all in rotation, holding to see where the spike plant is coming through, because they did hear the fake plant, but they chooses to go against it. Friction looking to see if he catches one of the players over the aggressing. Does get the smoke back for him, which he pops over towards the heaven position. He will finally stick the spike, but the retake is in motion. Clay jumps out of heaven. Ooh, and this timely ultimate coming in from Friction is going to send him back to the B side, going to give him a lot of time to plant the spike. Does break the Cypher camera, takes his time to remove the dart. Will have the time to put the spike down because the rotations are a long way, away. This is also going to let him, pick a favorable post-plant situation. Does choose to go behind the pillars, and he overextends, and Frag Thief will deny the clutch. 4-3 Peaky Blinders assuming their leads, trying to stamp their mark coming into this split map. They really pumped up and trying to prove themselves after a disastrous ascent coming out from them.
That was a tough ask of Oblongeta to pull off that 1v3. He did utilize the ultimate, and getting that spike planter ultimately is good for his team. They do get the gold from that, credits. And looking at it, both teams, they must be pretty even when it comes to economy. Maybe Peaky Blinders with a slight advantage. Now let's pull up the scoreboard and see how everyone is doing. And there it is. Peaky Blinders, they are flourishing a little bit more compared to TSF Gaming, but they do have reserves in the bank. So this is how I expected the games to go between Peaky Blinders and TSF Gaming. Now, the momentum on both sides seem pretty good, back and forth. Peaky Blinders, they're not a weak team by all means.
Yeah, they have shown that how good they are to split, because they are playing better than we saw them on the set, but as I say that Sam's gonna push right into the Rose position. He's gonna get his 2 kills, and Friction and Veerbhadra are going to strike on the other end. That leaves Frag Thief alone in a 1v4 situation. Spike will be recovered, and the Spike should be making its way towards the B side.
Last man standing is Frag Thief and Open Dream. And TSF Gaming just bouncing back. Both teams are like sitting on a seesaw, up and down, up and down. Frag Thief, he's gonna go for this save because this is a huge investment. And we did look at the credits on both sides. So losing the op here will definitely hurt Peaky Blinders. So he's gonna keep this one safe. He has 20 seconds to stay alive. If TSF Gaming is gonna choose to hunt for him, it's gonna be a little bit of a problem, but Frag Thief looks like he's going to stay on the move. Now, between both these teams on split, Peaky Blinders playing well here, and it's always good for a team to keep at least 3 options, 3 map options where they can completely excel at. So at least in a best of 3 situation, 2 out of 3 maps you would know how to play at the least, or even all 3. So that would be a good point for most teams to pick up, to make sure that you're very thorough with 3 maps. Of course, you can have your best map. Everybody has their favorite map to play on. And as for TSF Gaming, they didn't pick Ascent, but they pulled off a massive performance. And here on Split, you can see both teams going head to head. TSF Gaming did pick this one, and they are doing fairly well. But Peaky Blinders, they are keeping up with the competition this time.
Since you mentioned the point about maps, in this tournament we've seen Peaky Blinders only play Haven and Ascent coming in. This is over and above that, we haven't seen them play the other maps. They definitely like the Ascent pick and the Haven pick. Haven is going to be a 3rd map, so I guess that is the reason that they are looking more comfortable coming into for the decider map if it goes that way. 4-4 all. Clay has been doing a good job of holding this position. There's a lot of utility that's thrown his way. Raise Boombot, the Breach, Aftershock, and the Sage Blower, but he does do his level best to avoid everything. Does pop the run it back, will spot multiple players, but will not be able to convert on the kills. Does get locked out on the back of the Sage wall. Slots pushing in, but ARNXS gets the kill onto him using the one-way cage. Spots Veerbhadra taking the fight on Veerbhadra. Veerbhadra gets the kill onto ARNXS. There comes the revive. Slots is back in action. The wall breaks down. Clay is going to use his curveball. Tries to push through. Will not find anyone as they've already made their way onto the B side. It's a 5v3 situation. TSF Gaming definitely in the driver's seat right now. Slot spots one. He's going to get the kill there. He's going to get his 3rd for the round. Continuing his rampage coming in, that is Frag Thief alone with an operator in his hand, trying to see if he can save this one. Sam jumping around, he gets the kill onto Vanky, peeks out again, doesn't get the kill onto Vanky, will smoke it off, trying to save this operator for the next round. That's not gonna happen as we see the Friction coming in from heaven, will take him down. That's the operator stolen from Frag Thief's hands.
TSF Gaming looked pretty upset there. They hunted that Omen down. Didn't give him a chance, but let's just have a look at this replay on how Peaky Blinders kind of let it slip through their fingers. The resurrection from TSF Gaming definitely came in handy. Put them back on the map. You see 5 players strong and only 3 on the side of Peaky Blinders. Unfortunately, they couldn't come back from this one as Slots is so reliable when it comes to getting multi-kills. In a game, the minimum is that you get 1 kill. If you get picked off, that's fine. It's a 1 kill. But if you as a player are able to get multiple kills, that just takes off a lot of burden on the teammates, and Slots playing out of his mind together with Friction. And there it is, the double kill. Both of them 10 kills now on the board. But Zuno has a little battle with Slots, and Sam takes out Zuno. Now it's a 4v2. Equal round for Peaky Blinders. It is to be understood, and TSF Gaming might just take another round for themselves. And Sam takes out Aaron.
Clay, lone man standing, but the spike is planted onto the A side, looking to see if he can salvage a gun on 2. But Sam is guarding that. The Breach is holding towards the mailbox, trying to see where the Phoenix is. He will spot the Sage at any moment. Ooh, the timing. Vanky is right here. Does he spot him? Yes, he does. And that's going to be an easy kill coming in for Clay. Does land the headshot. Does get taken down to extremely low HP. Will heal up using his hands. And the smoke lands on him too. He's gonna hide inside the smoke as we see the friction. Is Friction gonna hunt this? Yes, he is. And he gets his third off the round as Clay is with nothing but a ghost in this round. Was not able to do much. Does get the one kill, but is able to do much more above that. I really like these mid executes that come in from TSF Gaming, because the minute the Sage Wall comes up, they're using the satchels to break it down. They also use this aftershock to make sure that no one's holding in an angle that could be potentially hard for them to clear. So these executes are granting them mid control, which allows them to explore a lot of options, because if you have mid control, you can take ropes control and pinch the defenders on A heavens, or you can make your way towards B heavens and go towards the B side. So it does allow you to do pretty creative things, but just as I say that, Fractive gets his first kill off the run, almost gets double because of how the attack was positioned. Clay is gonna flash right through and he's gonna push them. Doesn't spot anyone. Will be forced to fall back as the Sage Wall comes on. Does use his hot hands to buy some more time for the rest of his team. Sam using his aftershock to see if he can do anything, but Clay peeks out, gets his first of the round. It's gonna be a 3v5 for TSF for Peaky Blinders advantage as they look to secure a fifth for them coming into this half. Looking to even things up at the scoreboard. Fractive holding with an operator close. Does he know that someone's going to peek him here? Ooh, Sam's right around this angle. Will he be able to get the shot? No, he doesn't. He misses the shot. Will smoke it. Veerbhadra gets the kill onto a block getter, onto the ace side. Holding the operator. He's not able to connect the shot onto Veerbhadra, but look at Friction's positioning. Extremely aggressive towards the city spawn. Will he get checked is the question. Veerbhadra is there to assist him, but there comes the check from Zuno. AR Nexus will get the trade on him. Veerbhadra strikes, gets his first. They now know where one of the players is. They do not know about the Cypher. Ooh, the both of them are there. Fractive is going to get his first kill. Does he know that Sam's hiding close to him? Is definitely going to check this angle. Yes, he is. Sam's fast on the trigger. Gets a bullet into him. Clay knows exactly where Sam is. He's going to bait out the fake spike defuse that forces Sam to come out and will be able to stick the defuse. 6-5 as they pull back one run. It's going neck to neck right now. And do you think we're going to see an equal score line at the end of the first half?
Well, the round prior to this one, Peaky Blinders were on an eco, and the moment they get their hands on their guns, it's kind of like, you know, a coin flip situation between both teams, because they're just so close. Like, a 1 or 2 round lead isn't all that much when it comes to Valorant, because you just see teams just bounce back out of nowhere. But Clay clutching that one out 1v1, he definitely came into this game with a better mindset, and now it is the last round before the swap. Quick look at the scoreboard and see how everyone has done so far. 11 kills on Fractive, definitely showing a great performance on that op, and 12 kills for Friction. Now it's between Friction and Slots, both of them probably fighting for that MVP spot, and they're doing a great job. Now, I'm personally happy to see that Peaky Blinders have their head in the game and kicking this last round off in the first half. Zuno gets the pick off on Bianchi. And it's a 5v4. TSF Gaming not in a favorable position as Raze has a little bit of his health taken down. Veerbhadra, however, takes down Aran, bringing it to a 4v4. Very even. Veerbhadra throws out the cage, looking for an opportunity to push into B. They have taken out one member. Now Friction gets the pick off on Clay, and Slots takes down Zuno. This is TSF Gaming coming in. They want to end it with 7 rounds under their belt as Friction finds Oblong, gets a last man standing. Is the Omen. Frag Thief takes Friction out, and he should go for this. It's all or nothing. 14 HP. Health taken down by the showstopper. Will he get this shot off? Not quite. Has the shotgun, but Slot sprays, wall bangs. And that is 7-5 in favor of TSF Gaming and the end of the first half. What are your overall thoughts, Rex, on how both these teams played on their respective sides?
Ooh, great attacking half coming in from TSF Gaming. The breach pick, they really use it to their advantage right now, because they've used it to abuse mid control round after round, which really like separates the whole attack, because you can cut off the rotation onto any part onto A heavens or B heavens just as you like. So it has worked for them. 7-5 as we see them in the driver's seat right now, but I do think that they can be, as the round switches, there can be a switch up because now the double duelist setup coming in from Peaky Blinders that we've mentioned before will come into play. It does allow Clay and Oblong Kerak to go for these aggressive angles. But talking about the attacking half coming from TSF Gaming, I did like how they sold those fakes to Peaky Blinders, but let's talk about that later as we see that they are doing a 3-man mid-take with one member looking towards the A side and Blanqueta towards the B side. Yankee does spot out the Omen, does deal a lot of damage to him. Zveno does have the wall to block off any attacking pushes, but yeah, that's gonna come up exactly now. The Omen stuck right behind that. The paranoia is gonna be wasted since the wall is gonna buy a lot of time for them coming into this round. Slots get the kill onto Aeon Nexus. It's a 5v3 situation. TSF Gaming is still leading, but the HP on Fractive is so low. It
Cover going out.
looks like a done and dusted round for TSF Gaming. Clay does spot out. Vijayabhadra will not be able to connect the kill onto him. Does do a bit of damage, and and there comes the heal onto Fractive. That's gonna make him a lot more useful coming into this round. Clay has taken control of ropes, looking to see what they can do. But as of right now, we can see that the attackers are completely lost for map control. They have to fight tooth and nail to see what they can do. They are going to take the gunfights towards the B side. There comes the smoke, which will block off Yankee. Veerbhadra holding this under heaven position. Does get concussed by a teammate. That's going to be detrimental for them coming in this round. It's a 1v4 situation for Fractive. Too much to ask as Yankee bursts the classic and gets his kill onto Fractive.
TSF Gaming looked strong on the side of defense. They didn't even lose that many members in this pistol round. And since this side swap, this might actually be a little bit of a downfall for Peaky Blinders, unless they can prove us wrong. Now, TSF Gaming, they started off in defense in map 1. They were really strong. And now with the side swap, we can see that, you know, they're doing good in defense once again. And Vianki, he did spot all of a few members of Peaky Blinders, and what he chose to do was pull back and reposition himself. Something that I don't feel that Peaky Blinders does a lot. They don't pull back, they don't reposition, they stay in the same spot. So TSF Gaming is always going to expect them to be there, but Bianchi kicks this off with a triple, and that is the spray on the Bulldog. This is coming in massive for his team. It was an eco round for Peaky Blinders, but this round was just over so quick, and Friction playing out of his mind.
Ooh, good hold coming in, but they just had classics and a few shorties on them, so not something that's going to be groundbreaking for the economy. They are going to be able to afford the better weaponry. They are going to be able to get the Phantoms and the Vandals. But this beautiful background control coming in from Yankee as he just held down that mailbox position from his team is definitely going to boost his confidence. 9-5 as a good cleanup comes out from Friction and Yankee into this run. The attackers this time, Peaky Blinders, have opted to go towards the A side, but Slots is holding extremely aggressive towards the A main position. The Cypher Cage and the Omen Smoke will block him out for a long while. Oh, but he's gonna see Clay right there. Just a bit, just the smoke disappears. He's faster. Will throw in the Boombot, does spot multiple members. The Boombot will go off, does damage, but will not be able to secure the kill. Friction now teleporting back to safety since he knows that they're in a 4v2 situation. They are in the driver's seat right now. Yankee going in for the repeat will win the fight on the Bulldog. That just leaves Aeon Excess in a 1v4 situation. Too much to ask for him as he comes into the in the first buy round. 10-5. TSF Gaming looking to close this out earlier.
Oh, TSF Gaming just winning round after round, 4 rounds consecutively. In fact, in slots, getting that double kill before he dies. Just knocking everyone out from the side of Peaky Blinders, and I feel that their strategy isn't as elaborate as it should be, because the control on the side of TSF Gaming, you know, is pretty neat. So all these members are able to get these sprays of, it happened in mid just the round before, and then it happened in that round where the defenders get multiple kills. And this is Bianchi spraying again in a straight line, picks up 2, that's 3. TSF Gaming, it looks like a different team playing now that they're on the side of defense. They did struggle in attack a little bit there, and Peaky Blinders definitely put up the fight. But Friction and Bianchi ending that round off, just both of them, 11 is to 5, and TSF Gaming looks as though they will knock Peaky Blinders out of this competition.
This is the second time we saw a really great hold coming out from Bianchi and Friction, who have been playing in Mailroom and Ropes respectively. They did, like, even on the eco round after they won the first after they won the pistol round, coming into this defensive half, Friction and Bianchi cleaned up with their Bulldogs. This time we see them doing the same with Vandals. I really like how they've set up towards the mid. They're not, like, instantly using the Sage Walls. They aren't afraid to take those gunfights that are definitely coming out in their side right now. So it's definitely really interesting to see how they're playing. It looks like we are headed towards an A side push where we see Slots is going to be the first line of contact for the defenders. He does use the boombot, throws in the boombot to see if he'll spot anyone, and yes, it does that. He's going to relay that information to his team. He is the lone man rolling towards the A side. He gets Clay with a flashbang in his hand, throws in the raised grenade. Will it connect on the kill? No, it doesn't, but Clay gets the kill onto Slots this time around. It's a 5v4 situation coming in from for Peaky Blinders, who are going to manage to get the spec down. 5v3 as Fractive gets his kill onto Bianchi. The rotations are coming in, and we still see Friction holding in towards the 7th position. Will look to cut off the two members. The Cypher camera dart is not gonna help him a lot as well, as he does get sprayed down through the smoke. Friction gets taken down by AR on XS. We see Breach up in heaven. Sam, who's going to use his arm to clear out the elbow position, does peek out. Zuno is going to get the kill onto him. Veerbhadra, the lone Cypher, was playing towards the B side, has the operator in his hand, will look to carry it forward to the next round. 11-6 Apollonia as Peaky Blinders win their first round coming into the second half.
This is a good one for Peaky Blinders, and they kind of have to hold on to it and win more rounds. They got to win at least 5 consecutively if they want to go into the third map. Now TSF Gaming, only 2 rounds and they would claim victory. So they're going to play hard, and they are going to play with minimal mistakes. Especially losing this round, this might just, give them that push to make sure that everything goes as perfect as how they would like to plan. Now let's pull up the scoreboard and have a look at how everybody's doing. Frag Thief, the top fragger for the side of Peaky Blinders, and Friction and Slots kinda in a tie almost, but Friction playing out of his mind. Now we move into this round. 6 is to 11, and Clay is the first to take down Bianchi. Looks like Peaky Blinders might have a little bit of a momentum here. Pops the ultimate. Clay moving into heaven. Gets taken out by Sam there. He's just gonna back away with that information to his Sage as well. Now, Clay and Oblongetta, they're both playing duelists. You'd like to think that they are the ones to infiltrate. And this is Oblongetta trying to get the opening opportunity, but Veerbhadra stops that. It's his playground. Get out of the house. And he's just gonna spam. Hopefully one connects. But Aran and Veerbhadra gets the shot on Zuno. He's taken down. It's a 2v2 situation now as Friction does find Clay. This could be anybody's round. Peaky Blinders would definitely want to take this one because it just puts TSF Gaming one step closer to the finishing line. Now, it's a 2v1 situation. Slots, last man standing. Is he going to clutch this one out for the boys? He pushes the smoke, and Aaron takes him out. Triple kill that round. And Peaky Blinders buy more time for themselves.
Good execute coming out from them. Cypher ultimate that they popped last round coming in did absolutely help them because they knew exactly where to look, and that gave Frag Thief an easy kill onto Friction towards the heaven position. They are still, fighting back with 11-7 score, and it could be anyone's game right now. I do believe, if I'm not wrong, that TSF Gaming do not have the best economy. They will be opting in for an eco round. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard to confirm my thoughts. Oh, okay, they are able to fancy a buy coming in for themselves, but this will potentially be the last buy they're able to afford. They did build up a lot of bank through the rounds that they won earlier. we are seeing an A execute coming in from Peaky Blinders. We saw them pull one off in the previous rounds as well. Oblongata and Fractive leading the charge for the team. Veerbhadra gets the kill onto Aaron unless he was holding outside B main. That pick of that pickoff is definitely going to help TSF Gaming as they can now call the rotations towards the A side since Veerbhadra is holding this aggressive angle. Friction gets his second, gets one for him as well. This is still, they are
Cover
still
going
looking to
out.
force towards the A side. They are not calling the rotate
You
stop
will not
because
kill
look,
my
oh, there
allies.
comes the revive. Zuno is going to put Oblongata back into action now. We're in a 4v3 situation. Peaky Blinders are looking to, continue their winning streak, but Vanky is holding towards heaven, will be getting a challenge coming in from Fractive towards the aim position any moment now. Clay with the operator looking to see anyone peeking out, but that's not going to be the case as there comes the satchel movement, double satchel and the showstopper coming in from Oblongata. Slots gets his second. Will he be able to convert to the third? No, he's not. Vyanki gets his first kill. Fractive holding up towards the heaven. Does spot one. I'm pretty sure he spotted the Veerbhadra with the operator. He's faster. 12-7. Map, match, and series point coming up for TSF Gaming.
TSF Gaming so close to the finishing line, and Peaky Blinders trying to pick up the scraps. You can see that they are fighting hard, but this time, unfortunately, it's not working. Seems like TSF Gaming overall has, the better teamwork and synergy all around every component in what makes a strong team. It seems that TSF Gaming has that figured out. Now, Peaky Blinders, we're used to seeing them in these tournaments. They are always coming back, and there's always room for improvement here. Now, Peaky Blinders, we have seen their full potential, and this time they've probably met their match. Now 7 is to 12. It could be the last round for Peaky Blinders, and let's see if they will buy enough time to reach a match point and go into overtime.
Cage trigger.
Now, Veerbhadra, he's a little bit more aggressive this time in Garage, but Sam kicks it off, gets the pick off on Oblongata. 4v5. Peaky Blinders don't like this. Clay is just going to be ruthless, goes in for the push, finds one. Sam is taken down, and he's slowed by the Sage. Just going to back away a little bit, and now that it has disappeared, he's looking for the push, pre-firing, not going to connect. As TSF Gaming, they're just backing away a little bit, and this is what they do on the side of defense. They're not going to push. They're going to hold their ground, and that ultimately is what the defensive side is all about. Now, Clay, the entry fragger of the team. Veerbhadra gets the pick off on Zuno, but Clay is there to get the return kill. 3v3 as Bianchi hangs around in the alley, looking for the right moment to slip through. The firewall is up by Clay. The spike has been planted. Slots looking for an entrance from heaven. Gonna toss that nade and just kind of frighten his teammate there a little bit. Bianchi pops the resurrection at the right time. It's a 4v2 as Aaron takes down Slots. Friction finds Aaron. Last man standing is Clay. He gets the third kill. It's a 1v2 situation. He gets 4 kills, but Friction, last man standing. He is probably going to get this defuse off, and it is game 13-7. Peaky Blinders definitely put in a much better performance here, but TSF Gaming, they had the whole package, and they move on into the semi-finals of the lower brackets.
Poof, TSF Gaming will survive another day coming into the TEC Challenger Series with this win over the Peaky Blinders. Unfortunately, this means the end of the road for Peaky Blinders, who will now be eliminated out of this tournament. No surprises, Friction Slots leading the charge for his team, for their team. Veerbhadra did, and there comes Clay. 17 kills, had a better showing compared to Sand. I like the double operator setup that came out from TSF Gaming, where Veerbhadra was able to solo hold the B side with the operator. As we saw him, sometimes just going aggressively towards the garage position. He did that really well. And Friction had the operator coming out from himself throughout the round. He was holding it towards the A side, A screens. He was switching it up and was doing really well with it. One thing I really like coming from Friction last round is he uses his ultimate cut, goes to B main, that cuts off the rotation. That means that now the attackers had no space. They were all stuck to site, and from that they could easily clear it angle by angle. Clay did a great job of getting a 4K into this round, but wasn't enough to carry his team onto the board to the next round. They did lose the round with friction coming in from the back lines and then
Oh,
finishing him up.
yeah.
So great game coming up by TSF Gaming. A much better split showing from them as compared to what we saw against Atmosphere. Let's take a quick look at the AMD Deal of the Moments from this matchup where we saw TSF Gaming coming up and better than Peaky Blinders today.
Now, Slots and Friction on the side of TSF Gaming, really pulling their weight and shining here in this quarterfinals of the lower brackets. Now, TSF Gaming, I know I came into this thinking that it was a complete, even skill matchup. In fact, I thought that TSF Gaming might not be as strong as Peaky Blinders, but boy, I was proven wrong. I take back everything. TSF Gaming really just came out and proved themselves. Now, Peaky Blinders, they are no strangers as well to this game. We have seen Oblongetta and Gang in the previous tournament. So um that is why the little bit of expectation of Peaky Blinders, pulling up a great performance. It could be a bad day or it could be, not as prepared. But TSF Gaming, they did their homework. They did everything that they needed to secure this win. And it is commendable. And I'm looking forward to TSF Gaming's progress in this tournament.
Taking a look at the way the brackets have proceeded, we will see TSF Gaming taking on Training Wheels Protocol, who did manage to secure their win over ZeGG today. So ZeGG have also been eliminated from the tournament because of personal reasons they weren't able to compete. So that's going to be the next matchup in the lower bracket semifinals one, where we see TSF Gaming taking on Training Wheels Protocol, which will be coming to us in the next few days, if I'm not wrong.
And Veerbhadra, when he was on the side of defense, he was just taking over B, and he did manage to get at least a kill before he's taken down. So that's what you call a very reliable defense. I will say that when Peaky Blinders were on the side of defense, it was kind of like a coin toss situation if they could take down the attackers fast enough. Peaky Blinders, they did play better on defense, but they didn't manage to rake up enough points. I believe that we ended the first half 5-7. TSF Gaming still took majority of the rounds on the side of attack, and the moment the side swap happened, it was just a complete rampage on the side of TSF Gaming. So GG well played to Peaky Blinders. This is definitely not the end for them. There's a lot of learning points, and for sure, the next time we see Peaky Blinders, they will come in guns blazing. But ultimately, congratulations to TSF Gaming. You guys have made it over to the lower brackets semi-finals. Now, this is all for today, guys. We have finished streaming all maps. I hope you all enjoyed it. Remember, this is the LG Ultragear TEC Challenges series, powered by JBL Quantum Gaming headsets and AMD. Remember, Series 2 registrations are live. They are open. Grab your buddies, sign up. Link is in the description. And you know what else is in the link? No, do you know what else is in the description and what links? I get so excited for this part because it's shopping. And we have 10% off JBL Quantum Gaming headsets, like what myself and Rex Dreams are sporting. We feel like models. So check them out. And remember, we will have games every day. So do subscribe, click that bell icon so you get notifications, and leave a like. It helps us. Until tomorrow, my name is Apollonia. I was your host and caster, and Rex Dreams was your caster and analyst. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, rest, and take care. Goodbye.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.